Do you want to learn how to draw this adorable cartoon Pooh Bear holding a honey pot? Well, if you do, then you are going to need a couple of items. You are going to need something to draw on. You are going to need something to create your adorable doodle with, something to erase any mistakes that you might make, and a marker, a pen, or something dark to outline your doodle after you draw it, so that way you can create the best masterpiece possible. And don't forget the crayons, the markers, the colored pencils, or the paint, so we can add color to this adorable doodle. Let's get started! Drawing our little Pooh Bear. I absolutely grew up loving Winnie the Pooh, so this one is going to be fun for me. So the first thing we're going to do is make our paper verticals. It's going to be skinny here, nice and tall there. And I'm going to start with a nice curved line for in between his ears. So nice curved line. I'm up beyond the halfway point here, not much. He is going to be pretty small in the paper. I'm going to leave a small gap, and I'm going to create a slight curve on each side. Try to keep the gap space equal on both sides, so mine's about 1 inch. And then try to keep this shape, this curved line here, about the same. And then you can go back into those gaps and draw in the curved, rounded, almost, it looks very much like a good C shape for his ear. And then a good backward C shape for the other ear. So now we have Pooh Bear's head, his ears, and part of his forehead area. So let's go ahead and draw on his cheeks. So we're going to do a nice curved line that's going to come around, and I'm going to stop. So I'm stopping about even with where my ear is up here. So if I went straight down, that's about where I'm stopping, because I'm going to draw him holding some stuff. And I'm going to do about the same here. I'm probably going to stop in about the same spot. So curve around that cheek and stop. I want to leave this area open for what I'm going to add to his body. So let's go back to his face. And right here in the middle, we're going to draw a nice, big, rounded triangle shape. And color that in black. And if you're using pencils right now to draw, don't worry about coloring in that form yet. You can color that in a minute. And that falls just below this line that goes right across from cheek to cheek. Now his eyes are going to go right above that line. So I'm going to go ahead and draw in 2 ovals for the eyes. You can go ahead and give him that smaller oval for a little shine mark, a little life. And then up above here, I'm just going to add 2 slightly curved lines for like eyebrows, just to help give Pooh Bear a little more of that Pooh Bear look. And I'm going to draw a curved line that's going to come around, up, and back down. And that's going to be his little tongue, because he is going to be eating some honey and holding a honey pot. So this will be his tongue kind of sticking out of his mouth. Maybe he's licking some extra honey off of his face. We're going to come right here, and I want to create a curved line that's going to come up to about that corner where I ended the cheek. And then underneath, I'm going to create a curved line. And I want to stop. I'm not finishing over here. I'm leaving that open. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create kind of a bumpy top here. And I'm going to come down, and I want to create a little drip. Come up, I'm going to create a drip. And I want to finish it off. So it looks like he's got honey on his paw. And then I can finish filling in any gap that I might have from his cheek to his hand. So this is his arm, this is his hand, and that's the honey on his hand. So I'm going to come over here now. And right under his cheek, where it ends, I want to make a nice, good size, rounded, not quite an oval, but close to an oval shape. And then I'm going to come from outside of that shape. I'm going to come up just a little bit, and then down, I'm going to come all the way around. So I want to create a nice big curve, and that's going to be his pot of honey that he's holding on to. And we want to try to fill up a good majority of the space that we have left there. So now I'm going to create a curved line, and I'm going to leave a little gap in between that curved line for the honey dripping off of my honey pot. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to double up that line, and I'm going to leave that gap again and come down and finish off my line over there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of come up just a little bit. We don't want to come up off of the pot a lot, just a very little bit to kind of give it the look of the honey kind of coming over the pot. And then it can drip down on the pot and just kind of fill in that area there that we made. And right here his cheek isn't touching, so we can finish off pulling his cheek over. And then try to see if you can't maybe imagine where the line would go right here for the rest of his face and draw it in. So you can always take your marker and just follow that line, or pencil lift it up and just eyeball where it'll go, and then go ahead and draw it in. So now I've got my Pooh Bear's face. I've got his honey pot. Maybe I'll write honey on it. And he spelt it with a U. So let's write H U, and try to keep your letters maybe a little funny, like they would have been if Pooh Bear wrote it. I know he did some letters backwards, so let's go ahead and I'll write Hooney. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down from about where his elbow would be, and I'm going to curve out just a little bit. And I'm going to bring this shape all the way around and just tuck it right underneath that honey pot. And that's his shirt. And then I'm going to finish off with just some really simple little curved legs. A little curve there in the middle. And I'm going to just box off his little legs. So that way we have just an easy, basic little Pooh Bear. Super simple, nothing difficult. And we can add in a horizon line here to ground him so he's not floating in our picture plane. And there we go. We have an adorable little Pooh Bear now to color. I'm so excited. He is one of my favorite characters. I cannot wait to bring him to life with some crayons. So go ahead and grab whatever supplies you would like to use. I will be using my Crayola Twistables, but go ahead and grab whatever works for you, and let's color in this adorable little Pooh Bear. Guys, look at how adorable our little Pooh Bear turned out. I had so much fun coloring him in. It made me think of all of the amazing times I had as a kid loving this little guy right here and all of the other Winnie the Pooh characters. I hope that you had a great time doodling with me today. If you did, please like and subscribe to the video, share, and come back for more amazing doodle time with me. I cannot wait to see you again next time. Have a great day. Goodbye.